while we do a quick turn of the stage with some chairs for our first panel of the afternoon. So we're going to be talking about the future of decentralized exchanges, a very interesting topic to me personally, being at Go, but also the space as well. So we've got Yixuan, the head of business development at DEx.top, Hayden, the founder of Uniswap, Bowen, Wang, the co-founder of DDEX and Hydro Protocol, and Chang, the CTO of CoinFi, and Ken Dean, the ED of BitUN. So we'll just give them a moment to gather. Excellent. So if I have just called your name, I'd like to now welcome you to the stage. Talking about the future of decentralized exchanges, please join me in welcoming them.
So, hi everyone, I'm Yixuan from DEX.top, and today I'm very happy here with Hayden and Ken and Bowen here to discuss about the future of decentralized exchange. And I believe all of us have agreed that this year has been a very exciting year, especially the market adoption and awareness of the decentralized exchange, mostly of the high-profile hacks that have been in these 2 years. So many of the resources have been pouring into increasing the security, and even some of the largest central exchanges, such as Binance, have already announced that they're going to be building DEX. So today we can explore several types of the decentralized exchange, and maybe first of all we can introduce ourselves. So we start from Hayden.
Hi, my name is Hayden. I work on a decentralized exchange called Uniswap. The main idea of it is it's a public decentralized exchange, so there's no listing fee, no token, there's no centralized point of failure at all. It's funded entirely through Ethereum Foundation grant.
Hey, my name is Han. I'm the co-founder and CTO of CoinFi. We do market intelligence for cryptocurrency, and so yeah, we're looking at the inflows and outflows of tokens, and so paying close attention to decentralized exchanges.
Hello everyone, I'm from BitUN. BitUN is a decentralized banking service provider to provide this market to decentralized financial service. I was coming from financial country, and I would believe centralized service is most important. But now I believe in this world, decentralized financial service is more important.
Hi, this is Bowen from DDEX. And DDEX is basically the #1 0x layer in the world, and right now we currently have more than $500 million transaction per day. We started out in January this year, and we are the only 0x layer which is based in Asia and also focused on mobile first.
And also me from the DEX.top, we are the central exchange based on the smart contract, and we introduced the ROC, which means the replay on Chang. So you can easily understanding that we do the off-chain action and then go on-chain settlement. So because of these methods, so we can provide a very instant trading experience for the users, and also users still store their private key, so to ensure their security. So after our introduction, so I will first raise up my first question. DEX has come a long way seeing scalability data. So what do you guys think about the roadmap of the decentralized exchange, and what are you looking forward to about the next step? So maybe start from you.
Specifically my decentralized exchange or decentralized exchange in general?
Yeah, in general, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think right now the two main things that decentralized exchanges need is user interface improvements and scaling. So I think in order to get adoption, you need a lot more scalability. And I think scalability will come in two fronts. So one, you need like something like sharding for most existing decentralized exchanges, like DDEX and Agor and all that. And then second layer solutions like Plasma will also give a lot of scaling and user interface experience improvements as you can do instant transactions.
I definitely agree with Hayden here, and I would though say that in addition, I think crypto in general has really challenged a lot of our underlying beliefs, especially in just money and finance in general. And so a lot of the primitives that we kind of take for granted, aka an order book, may not actually be strictly necessary. And so there is interesting exploration into that space as well to kind of leverage the benefits of decentralization in ways to present an order book or pools of liquidity in other methods that may not yet been imagined. And so I'm very excited to kind of see that area progress.
Yeah, I do believe that the decentralized should be the future because for this decentralized world for blockchain, it's kind of ironic that we are still using the centralized trading center for most important part of this market. So I do believe that, and I do believe that decentralized orange, decentralized user account is the most important solid fundamentals for the decentralized exchange. That's why BitUN is trying to provide this kind of decentralized service.
So since we started out in January and we have more than 80K actually users on Ethereum mainnet, so I actually don't agree with what Hayden said before about scalability. So I think the two most important things we have to solve, one is the liquidity. So what we have talked about the order book. So many of the robbing for stock doesn't actually need an order book because the liquidity for stock market is 100% liquid. You can buy $500,000 Apple stock within a second, but you cannot $500,000 buy any decentralized exchange within a day because the liquidity is not there. And I think if we want to have people to use decentralized exchange on a daily basis, you have to have abundant liquidity for both sides of the market. The buyer can easily buy $500,000 of any kind of ERC20 token, and the seller can easily sell any kind of ERC20 tokens. So that's the one thing. And the second thing, I think, is basically the adoption. So most of the people here are developers from Western, so they don't really know MetaMask is banned in China. So there's no actually Ethereum web browser that actually works in China, and also there's only a few selections for mobile Ethereum like Trust, Coinbase wallet, and also token. And combining that all of the actual users for a monthly basis, that's only $2 million, which is it's almost even smaller than an hour of DAU on Instagram. So the second point is basically how to let people adapt the Ethereum wallet in a more easily manner, so they have access to the decentralized exchange way easier than they used to.
Yes, agree with what Bowen said, and also in our opinions that the matching mechanism is working more different kinds of different way. For example, because we have do the off-chain matching and then go to on-chain. So user when use it, they won't feel that you're seeing the decentralized experience. But most of the users in their minds, they have the bad user experience, especially for the DEX. So I think this one of the is to how to improve the user experience, and just also the mention on say about the market adoption, and this is the things that we are just really focused on. So and move to my second question. So isn't a little bit of relation to this? What do you think is the bottleneck slowing the widespread adoption of the DEX?
Okay. Yeah, so I agree with what people have said about needing improved experience and increased liquidity. I still do think that for real widespread adoption, if you're trying to do Visa level number of transactions, that requires millions of transactions per second, which is just not supported. Right now, Ethereum can do 15 transactions per second on the main chain. So you do need good off-chain scaling solutions to be up there for full mass adoption. So you can do, I don't know, like atomic swaps or streaming micropayments within payment channels or on a plasma chain, stuff like that. Once those start getting rolled out, hopefully later this year or next year, will allow much cheaper and just more massive scale.
Yeah, actually, honestly, for me, I think it's the fiat to crypto conversion is really the main blocker to get to decentralized, because from my understanding, every decentralized exchange basically assumes that you have crypto already. And I think all of us are all very, technically competent, whereas I have a lot of friends that, may not be as familiar with technology, and so for them to even purchase Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're scared, they're not sure about the process. They don't know if they should be even on a centralized exchange where they can convert their fiat into crypto. Do they leave it there? Do they withdraw it? So I think really for mass adoption of decentralized exchanges, we really need to solve the fiat to crypto conversion first, and then adoption will definitely follow.
I think the most important thing is that we still don't have a very strong technical infrastructure to support the decentralized exchange in terms of performance and convenience. I think everybody knows that eventually decentralized exchange should be better than centralized exchange. But still, we still have a long way to go to resolve the performance issue, like we talked about, to make people easy to use it. I think the first step should be that we decentralize the user account. This is kind of easy to do. But if you want to decentralize the matching engine and trading engine, it is kind of very complicated. But I think we should focus on first step by step, and eventually we can make decentralized exchange better than centralized one.
Yeah. So going back to like October last year, when Delta has gone have like a $20 million transaction volume per day that's caused by the bull market. So I think for people actually, so fiat is exactly the most needed one for the newbie to come into the market to increase the basically potential user base for the entire Ethereum network. And the second one is basically, so for exchange, the reason why people use exchange to exchange token, I'd say for now, is not for the utility users. So right now, people are all profit seeker. They want to make profit out of the technology, out from the primary market to secondary market liquidity trading. And back in October, like when Delta is a shitty and not usable first generation decentralized exchange, but they still have like 10K user on chain per day. So for the mass adoption, it definitely has to be a catalyst that people will abandon the centralized exchange they used to have and go to the decentralized exchange. And even and that's kind of things that the most motivation, the ultimate motivation that for people to switch their platform. So and also even for Binance, it's kind of like a large centralized exchange. The rule of listing is basically to see if that token is gonna be appreciated, and then that's how they attract the customers. So I think in terms of the selection of the good assets on the platform is definitely the must need for the next mass adoption in long term.
It's just like I think we all know about the problem of the decentralized chain, for example. The education of the users. So I'm curious about what do you think is the critical breakthrough for the user of the adoption of the DEX? Do you think there is anything critical breakthrough for it?
The critical breakthroughs that make people feel like they can use them. I mean, I think just massive UI improvements again. People should feel like they're entering a different ecosystem when they move from using Venmo to using a cryptocurrency-based version of Venmo or a crypto, So I just think that I think a lot of it is about user experience. One of the things I'm trying to do with Uniswap is really just as minimalistic, toned down UI as you can to make people feel like they can enter and just use it and not be super confused the moment they get to the front page.
Yeah, I've definitely seen the UX issue brought up a lot, and there's definitely a lot of room for improvement in the decentralized exchanges. But the other thing that I'm realizing also is just that the cross-chain compatibility, because right now, obviously this conference is for Ethereum, but there are a lot of other blockchains out there, and until there's more cross-chain compatibility, think a lot of folks, especially when they're first starting off, don't realize that you can't transact from chain to chain, and making that process smoother is going to help them a lot as well.
I want to answer this question from a different way. That if one user want to use a decentralized exchange, what's the best experience is that they only need to have a user account, decentralized wallet or user account, so they can trade. They don't need to register to a exchange, don't need to create a new account for trading. They can only use the user account because this decentralized wallet is exactly what they need for decentralized trading. That's all. So if decentralized exchange finally we can reach this goal, we can ask a user to simply have a single decentralized user account to store the asset and they can trade. I think a lot of people will use decentralized exchange.
Yeah, I agree with like the universal account system for Ethereum. So basically for most of the apps here, I think we can all share the Ethereum ID and also private key as a user base. And also most of us don't need sign up and log in, and also we don't need a KYC. And it's actually is one of the premium that for Ethereum network, which is the censorship resistant. And even so I did a survey for our users, and part of them don't even want to give out their name, their last name and first name. And the email they use is Proton now instead of a Gmail. Because they are a programmer, they are developer, they really value on their own private information, privacy information. And the second part is that the tax. Well, it's in Hong Kong, so we can talk about that. So let's say like for US residents, and you are buying and selling your cryptocurrency within 12 months, and you get 40% short-term gain, capital gain tax. And so there's one customer who actually participated in BAT ICO, and he has like $40 million of BAT. And he cannot sell it on Binance, he cannot wait to sell it on Coinbase because he has to pay massive amount of tax. So they choose decentralized exchange to get rid of their ERC20 token. So I think, so this kind of like tax deduction in a way is kind of like the most killer feature for decentralized exchange as it is for now.
Personally, I would recommend you all pay your taxes. Hope you all do.
Personally, I'm not a US resident, so welcome to China, guys.
Yeah, the Americans don't pay the taxes, everyone else is like, whatever.
And also now New Zealand as well.
Yes, also saying about the centralized exchange, so what do you guys think about like centralized exchange with like even like collaborate with the centralized exchange? Because we have all mentioned about the centralized one, and I think a lot of media or articles have mentioned like the centralized exchange is going to replace the centralized one. But for my opinion is that we think actually just like we have already cooperated with the centralized one, because we think that both exchanges cover like different market and also cover the different token markets. So more like for example, a DEX would be listed more new tokens, but for that centralized one would be listed more like popular and demand coin. And decentralized users that you I think are all familiar with is that the user would be more tech savvy because they are familiar with using the wallet and set their private key. So what do you think, we have discussed about what would be the future way about like doing with the centralized exchange?
Good, yeah. In terms of collaboration, I think that centralized exchanges will definitely pull liquidity from decentralized exchanges. I would say the main benefits, I would say, of decentralized exchange over centralized exchange tends to be security, actually, by removing points of central failure. So I guess the issue with, like, Mt. Gox is a very good example, where, centralized exchanges can be hacked if you can hack them. And even certain supposed decentralized exchanges on Ethereum, if they've introduced central points of failure, then you saw that with the Bitcoin hack, where a single address had the ability to withdraw $20 million worth of Ether. And so they lost $20 million worth of Ether. So I think that the decentralization is like a security feature for people. I think that there always is going to be a demand for custody. And so for centralized exchanges that hold your funds, and maybe they'll have insurance. I think there's always going to be a place for them. I hope that more and more people move over to decentralized exchanges, but I do hope they have a collaborative aspect.
Yeah, I'm a little hesitant about the ability for the centralized exchanges to collaborate with decentralized exchanges. My assumption is that most centralized exchanges have the resources to actually build their own decentralized, and we are seeing that with Binance, and we'll be exploring these options. And so there is collaboration, obviously, on just the models and how they work. And so I'm bullish in that regard, but in terms of actual collaboration between projects from a centralized and decentralized exchange, I'm not sure that that will actually happen.
Yeah, for me, I think in the long term, both centralized exchange and decentralized ones will have different market shares because for some business cases, centralized exchange is very important because just like I would come from the financial industry and I know a lot of money in the traditional financial industry. If they want to go to a crypto world, there is no way for them to use decentralized exchange because they are the institution. They need to follow the law, they need KYC, they need custodian of things. That kind of sense in the traditional world need some centralized exchange to do. And the decentralized exchange I think is kind of more blockchain spread and I mean a lot of fun blockchain. They want to keep them as by themselves. They don't want anyone to touch them as you can get them to manage them or control them. So they should, I think they would like to use decentralized exchange. So different market shares, different users. I think both of them will, in the future will have the different paths to develop.
I think like centralized exchange and decentralized exchange will coexist, since centralized exchange is basically the fiat interest for the majority of the token holders. And we can Binance are developing their own Binance chain with a decentralized exchange feature within it, and Coinbase is basically simply merger and acquisition. They acquire Paradox, which is another number 3 zero-hash layer team in US, and Huobi is doing the same thing. They're approaching several decentralized exchanges to talk about merger and acquisition. So I would say it will be 50-50. So centralized exchange will stay as the first entrance for newbie, no coiner to acquire their first token, and the decentralized exchange will be the second layer. That's when they really understand their private key, or there's a better private key management system for everyone, and also to hold it for them, and they can trade it down decentralized exchange too. It's basically they hold 100% their own assets in their own wallets. So I would say in long term, let's say 5 to 10 years, or maybe ultimately let's say 3 years, we can see everyone has a fiat interest, which is centralized exchange, and also a decentralized exchange for the utility use case and for their trading use case.
So just I think the regulation now being in America a very important issue that everyone has discussed. So what do you think about the regulation for the decentralized exchange? That's somewhat complex inside both of these. I'm just on your
regulations are difficult. As someone building a decentralized exchange by myself, little resources. I think regulation of smart contracts is kind of this weird thing where you put a smart contract up there, it lives forever, and people can interact with it however you want. You might not even be able to affect how other people are interacting with it. They could say, take down your smart contract, and I would say, well, you would have to take down literally every single Ethereum node in existence to kill it. So I think that regulation should mostly be done on the front end side. So if people are building tools that people are going to then use to trade over smart contracts, that's where compliance and KYC and all that should be done. So on the interfaces.
The whole system need to do with it, not only for each for debt, or for the decentralized exchange have to do for the compliance in the whole system.
Oh no, I mean so if you're building an interface for Uniswap, right, and you're building it, you want to market it to Chinese users, I hope that you're building it in compliance with Chinese laws. the smart contracts can't really, everywhere you go, the regulations are different. So the smart contracts sometimes, they have to be kind of agnostic towards local jurisdictions because you can't prove location on the blockchain yet, maybe from at some point, I don't know. But I think it should be more about the interfaces and the websites themselves people are using.
Yeah, I think regulatory is basically impossible for decentralized exchanges for reasons that Hayden mentioned. Like on blockchain, code kind of rules supreme, and so you can say whatever laws you want from a legal perspective, but it's actually very difficult, basically impossible to enforce, especially if you don't know who the smart contract author is, you don't know where they reside, you don't know if there's jurisdiction. So basically on chain, the code is the law. So I think actually regulatory needs to adapt to this new reality and really figure out how they want to address the capabilities of decentralization and where that boundary lies, because there really is no way from a government perspective to enforce stuff because it's completely worldwide and decentralized.
Yeah, I think it is a very tricky question because to be honest, I guess most of the decentralized exchanges, they don't like regulation at all, right? But on the other hand, does that mean if you use a decentralized exchange, you can get rid of regulation totally? No, I don't think so. Because for the decentralized exchange, every trading order happens on the blockchain. So everything is traceable and more transparent. What I heard is that the drug dealers in USA, they were using do money laundering by cash. It's very hard to track. And somehow some drug dealers use blockchain, use BTC to do money laundering, and the FBI trace all the transactions on BTC network and finally address to drug dealers. So decentralized things don't mean it's out of law. Still, somehow it's more possible to be transparent and to be traceable. So I think that's it. So regulation. Finally, we'll find a suitable way to launch on the decentralized network and make everything out of the money laundering or something like that.
Yeah, I think let's change the perspective. Let's say we are the regulator. And what we actually want to do is stop money laundering. But for most of the decentralized exchange, there's no fiat interest, so there's no money laundering as a behavior, because we don't have fiat in and fiat out. So that's one check is crossed. The second one, we're talking about know your customers. And since we don't have money in and money out, and we don't really have to know who is the customer, since that's what the centralized exchange and the fiat interest should take care of, because they're the first start in the door. And the third one is basically the capital inflow and outflow. But since we are only doing as a exchange manner, which is facilitated trades, and there's nothing in a fiat value is being exchanged, so that's another bucket list checked. So the regulatory environment is ambiguous for both in US and in China. And some of our investors in US said, hey guys, I'm so you guys are so lucky you're in China, so you don't have to worry about SEC. And our Chinese investor says, hey, I'm so glad you guys have a company in US, so you don't have to take care of the PBOC stuff. We want basically every team wants to be the most polished team in the industry, so they can sit on the same table with the regulator, the policymaker, and talk about what we should redefine our industry and how to set the rules. So when that day comes, so we better work hard enough to get on that table to make the standard.
I think the most about time. Is there anyone have the questions? Maybe we can have 1 or 2 questions. One? So, okay, thank you for all your participation, and we're going to have a great discussion with you, and thank you.